All right, this is question number 3 from lesson 7. I'm going to do the first 3 parts here, A, B, and C, and then let you try the rest of them. The thing we need to remember here are the following truths or rules with vectors and scalars. We know that if we want to do a cross product, we need a vector, and the result is a vector. If we want to do a dot product, we must have a vector, but the result then will be a scalar. And it is possible to have a scalar multiplied by a scalar, because that's just going to be like 2 times 3, which would give us 6. So you can multiply scalars together. You've been doing that most of your mathematical career. So those are the what can happen. So what we need to determine here, we need to follow our Bedmas rules, or Bedmas brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, adding, and subtracting. And we need to determine if the following operations are possible. So for A part, I'm just going to break this into, I'm going to go with an equal sign, and I'm going to not worry about the A, B, and C. I'm going to determine what am I working with. So A is just a vector, and I want to take the dot product of, well, B cross C will result in a vector. Vector dot a vector turns out to be a scalar. So there we are. So we go through and we ask ourselves, are these mathematical operations possible? For the next one, I know that I have a vector dot a vector. The result would be a scalar cross with vector dot vector, which is a scalar. So in order to do cross multiplication, we need to set up that system that I talked about in the lesson. Oops. First, second, third term, you erase them, and you do this process here. If I have a scalar, I have a single number, so it's not possible to have 3 terms when I just have a scalar, because a scalar is just one number. So therefore, this is meaningless. You can't do it. And that's what they're looking for here. So if you can't perform it, if you can't do the calculation, it's a meaningless operation. C part. I have a vector plus a vector. So if we do vector addition, it's like finding a resultant. That's going to result in a vector. Dot product of C is a vector. If I do vector dot vector, I end up with a scalar. There we are. So you're just stepping your way through, determining what operations can or cannot occur. When you get to one that cannot occur, you've reached a point where you've determined it's meaningless. So hopefully that'll help you with the remaining questions. It's important to go through and recognize, because it is something that I am probably going to test at some point, to make sure you have understanding of what operations can occur between vectors and scalars.